across a town called Jamestown. Not that big, not that small. Kind of a mediocre town that you just don't think on the map. And you know these places exist and we pass them every day. Well, I bumped into a sign which basically said National Buffalo Museum. I didn't think much of it, but it also said it had a live herd. So they had baited me, so I was going to stop. At first going in, they had an old western town set up, kind of recreated, with other than the paved road, was pretty much accurate. You can look here, they even had the state of the 1880 fire department, which kind of just led to the kind of overall kind of authenticity of the place, with a blacksmith shop, a bank, postal, all those things around here. As you moved around through the whole place, you can look at the largest buffalo in the world. Recreated, of course. You can see how large it is. I stick my head in front just so you can kind of get a scope of the size. Off to the right, you can tell that there's this big plain. They have it fenced in. They have a small buffalo herd there. They were being shy, probably because it was hot that day and hiding in the trees. But that wouldn't matter because I'd get a close-up look of it a little later. Through the entire town and through the entire adventure, there was one place that really stuck out when I finally got to the National Buffalo Museum. Now, the Buffalo Museum is exactly what you think. It's a museum about buffalo, or kind of the story of the buffalo. It first starts off with how the buffalo were, at one point 40 million strong-ish in the United States, and how they had a kind of relationship with the Native Americans. Was to point out the kind of history of it, how a species of over 40 million free roaming actually got down to under 1,000. And then when it got that low, several concerned citizens across the United States took it upon themselves to actually save these animals by getting them protected lands and protecting the few herds that were left. Now the population has risen back up and they are a little bit more under control. So they have a future in front of them. But it does make you think about the past and how the wars on the buffalo was more of a war on the Native Americans. And when I think back about this, I do come back with mixed emotions, because I understand that what we did could be considered abhorrent, but I also understand that it's hard to envision America without the Great Plains of being the breadbasket of the world. It's hard to see how we could sustain a population of 7 billion without this area. So I think it's a lot like many things. It's just kind of there. You shouldn't feel ashamed. You shouldn't feel proud. You should just feel that that's the past, and that's the way it is. The Buffalo Museum is definitely something worth coming out to see if you're in the area. Thank you.